I'm Missy Coons, and I'm presenting Traits and Practices of the Online Teacher and Learner for Module 2. There are several needs of the distance learner in order for them to be successful. First, and likely the most important, is a strong sense of community. Students need to feel that they belong and are connected to their teacher and peers. Without these connections, the other needs become irrelevant as they become withdrawn and may not participate in the learning. The lessons need to be scaffolded to guide students through the learning process, and they must be engaging to maintain their interest throughout. In addition, they need clear expectations in order to assume responsibilities for the learning, as well as ways to communicate with their teachers if they have questions or concerns. They also need to know how to operate their device and navigate their learning management system and digital tools like the online textbook or applications such as Kami. And they should be able to do so with ease, so that they do not become frustrated before they even begin the learning process. There are several traits and attitudes necessary for the online learner to also be successful. The biggest is that of a sense of maturity. They need to be able to assume ownership of the learning and the responsibilities that go with it. They need to be able to self-pace and meet deadlines, so they have to have the skill of time management. And they really need to be intrinsically motivated to learn. Online teachers also have specific attitudes towards distance education, and that they value a constructivist learning approach, whereas they see themselves as facilitators as the students are working collaboratively to discover new learning. They respect the differences and the needs of all learners, what experiences they bring to the table. How much experience do they have with technology? What are their cognitive abilities? And they see learning as a social process. They value the interactions with their students and among their students. Again, they see themselves as experts in their content area, model learners, and facilitators of learning. They are the guide on the side. In order to practice these values, online teachers or distance-based educators need specific things. They need appropriate professional development, they need user-friendly tools and resources, and they need to have some experience with technology and readily available technology support. The effectiveness of the distance teacher may be impacted by many issues out of their control, such as the quality of the professional development, class sizes, which can limit the community building within their classroom. Tech support becomes an issue if they're not able to get the help they need in implementing the technology or resources. That becomes a problem that's out of their hands. And connectivity. When the internet is not doing what it needs to be doing, that becomes an external factor. Distance teachers share a common philosophy, and that they believe that their teaching must match the needs of their students. My philosophy is much the same. They believe effective instruction focuses on the needs and characteristics of the individual students. They believe students should be challenged at all levels of cognitive development, going from the very basic of Bloom's taxonomy of comprehension all the way through synthesis. They believe activities and instruction should engage and motivate students. And the constructivist theory is the best approach to online teaching and learning, where it is student-centered, students are working together, and they're exploring and building on the knowledge they have. And again, it is the teaching and formative assessments that drive the instruction, not the technology. So not just choosing a tool because it is the latest and greatest, but because it has a specific purpose. Thinking about that SAMR model, that it is not just substituting something, but it is modifying or redefining a lesson. So again, my beliefs are very similar to those of the online teacher. Where our differences lie, I think really for me this year, I just realize I'm much of a novice, so I'm still working on honing my craft as an online teacher. And how would I take my face-to-face teaching practices and apply it to the digital classroom or the online learning environment? I would be sure to include my morning meetings where we're building that community. I would include discussion boards for kids to have that social presence to lead to that community building. I would provide breakout rooms, the ability for conferencing to really get to know my students to help drive that instruction forward. And again, quick formative assessments, maybe emojis in the chat or thumbs up, thumbs down, to kind of see where my kids are to check for understanding of the lessons being taught. Thank you.